Hey everybody, I'm Brendan72Mo. Welcome to part 10 of my 99 car, $45 million garage tour. If you want to see your own garages featured on my channel, send a tweet at Brendan72Mo with the hashtag garage tour. Today, we're at my Eclipse Towers penthouse with my first character to take a look at 10 supercars and coquettes worth a whopping $9.1 million. If you enjoy this video, please drop a like and get subscribed. Now, let's get to the cars. Up first is the first of 4 Grotti vehicles in this garage, the Stinger GT. This car is, hands down, my absolute favorite sports classics car in GTA Online. Inspired by a classic Ferrari 250 GTO, this car is pure lust on wheels. From its elegant yet sporty lines to the wood grain and leather interior, the Stinger GT is a true beauty. Fully upgraded, this car will cost you over $1 million, but it's worth every cent. This was actually the first car that I bought when I transferred to GTA Online on PC and received the pre-order bonus cash. I was broke after buying it, but I've never regretted it. This sexy car has a permanent home in my garage. Up next is the Carbonizare. Like the real-world car that this is based on, the Ferrari California, the Carbonizare was never meant to win at the racetrack. Instead, it was built to eat up the highway miles while you soak up some sun. Its sumptuous leather interior coupled with a hardtop convertible roof ensure that you will be able to travel around in sporting luxury in any weather. Be careful with it though, because it has quite a bit of power that will gladly cause you to spin out in a corner if you don't know what you're doing. I always wanted the Carbonizare, and when GTA Online added 5 garages to New Gen, it was one of the first cars that I bought. The third car here in my Eclipse Towers garage is the Turismo R. Coming in at less than 1 second behind the top supercar, the Turismo R is a force to be reckoned with both on and off the track. Similar to its real-world counterpart, the Ferrari LaFerrari, this car is built as a hybrid supercar, and I believe it. That hybrid system gives the Turismo R nearly unmatched acceleration, and those huge rear tires coupled with a spoiler give it a ton of traction, especially when you consider that this is a rear-wheel drive car. Surprisingly, this car is rather affordable when compared to other supercars, costing just $500,000 GTA dollars. So if you're looking for a highly competitive supercar for racing that won't break the bank, pick up a Turismo R today. The Cheetah is number 4 in the 10th part of my $45 million garage tour. The Cheetah has gone through a number of iterations since its introduction in Grand Theft Auto 3, but it has settled in with a Ferrari Enzo-inspired appearance since GTA 4. Despite a higher price than the Turismo R, the Cheetah isn't really competitive for the racing scene. Though it's very planted on the track, it only ranks 7th in overall top speed and in lap times. The Cheetah is a great car to drive though, and one that not too many GTA Online players have in their collections. And here's a fun fact about the Cheetah. If you're on current gen, stand on the bonnet, then use your vehicle remote function to open it up. You'll be catapulted into the air. Up next is the ProGen T20. This car is the current reigning king of the supercars class, and it better be, considering its $2.2 million purchase price. It has breakneck acceleration, blistering top speed, and an incredibly cool active aerodynamic spoiler to give it tons of traction in a corner. Not only is it quick, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately for you old gen players, the active aerodynamics are merely an animation and do not provide the same traction benefit as the current gen counterpart. Still, if you have the money, a T20 is a worthwhile investment for racing and a true cornerstone for any GTA Online car collection. Before we move on to the next 5 vehicles here at Eclipse Towers, I want to let you all know that the increasingly ridiculous number of likes requested with each video in this series has all been part of a running joke. If you want to check out the details of what I was making fun of, read the full details below this video. And even though this is my 10th garage, this series is not over. I will be uploading a video of all my Pegasus vehicles and yachts, as well as updates to my garages as I get new cars. So if you want to see all of those vehicles, keep those likes coming. Number 6 is the Pegasus Zentorno. Before the Ill-Gotten Gains DLCs, the Zentorno was the reigning champ of supercars. Even though it's been dethroned, this insane looking car is less than 0.2 of a second behind the top supercar, meaning that you can still be quite competitive in a Zentorno. It's also a very forgiving car on the track and on the streets. You could drive it at full tilt and easily correct any mistake without fear of a huge crash. If you're a beginning racer yet still want to go insanely quick, pick up a Zentorno today. Next up is the Overflowed Entity XF. This is the first supercar I ever bought in GTA Online, and it remains my absolute favorite car in the entire game. The Entity was the rated supercar before the Zentorno was added in the High Life update. This car has incredibly huge amounts of traction thanks to its spoiler and impressive all-wheel drive system, and he has the third highest overall top speed of all supercars. It sports unique Koenigsegg-inspired looks that set it apart from all other cars in the game. I still race this car on a regular basis, I still love its weird looks, and it will always have a permanent home in my garage. Our next vehicle is the first of three brought to us by Invetero, the Coquette. Seen here with the topless option, I've designed my Coquette to resemble a real-world 7th generation Corvette Z06. Speaking of the Corvette, I have had an ongoing love affair with Corvettes since I was 8 years old. In fact, the only other brand of car to hold such a dear place in my petrolhead heart are Ferraris. So it's no coincidence that I have my Inveteros in the same garage as my Grottis. This Coquette isn't going to win any races, though it is somewhat decent around a corner. I don't care if it wins though, because it represents a car that is very near and dear to my heart. Number 9 is the Coquette Classic. Like the Coquette before it, I've removed the roof and designed my Coquette Classic to resemble its real-world counterpart, the 2nd generation Corvette. It has fairly decent top speed, but its tendency to oversteer in a corner is going to keep it from winning many races. It doesn't matter though, because this drop-top roadster is simply gorgeous to look at and exciting to drive. And here's another fun fact. In the 60s, every astronaut with NASA owned and drove a late 60s Corvette. If it's good enough for an astronaut, it's good enough for me. And number 10 here in the Eclipse Towers garage is the Coquette Blackfin. Once again, the roof is gone and the car is styled after its real-world counterpart, a 1st generation Corvette. I absolutely love driving this car, primarily because it has an exhaust that will snarl at you if you lift off of the go pedal. That makes this car one of the few that will literally growl at you if you ask it to slow down. And the Coquette Blackfin has reason to growl because it is the 3rd fastest muscle car around the track, backed up by impressive top speed and surprisingly good traction. If you think you could tame this growling beast, pick up a Coquette Blackfin today. So there you go, 10 supercars and Coquettes worth roughly $9.1 million in the 10th part of my 99 car, $45 million garage tour. Remember to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and this series. And don't forget to look for new GTA Online garage tour videos as I get new cars, as well as a special video that will feature my yachts and Pegasus vehicles. Don't forget that you can have your garage featured in a video on my channel by simply sending a tweet at Brandon72Mo and including the hashtag Garage Tour. You can also check out all of the videos in my 99 car, $45 million garage tour playlist. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to follow me on social media, Brandon72Mo on both Twitter and Facebook. And come hang out with me on the Vainglorious forums at btyb.freeforums.net. I'm Brandon72Mo, and I'll see you in the next video.